Good morning, dear students. Today we will talk about GNP and welfare and also about externalities. Okay. Now, GNP, as I told you before, is gross national product. And if you remember, in the last video, I told you that gross national product is the value of all goods and services produced within the country in the period of a year plus the income which is generated from abroad. Now, what happens is many times the gross national product and the welfare of the nation do not go hand in hand. It is not necessary that if your gross national product is increasing, the welfare of the country is also increasing. Earlier, when we had started calculating GNP, we assumed that if national income increases, automatically welfare will also increase. But if you see the current situation, what do you find? That the number of rich are very fewer and they have the major concentration of income with them. So the income is not equally distributed. There are a large number of people who do not have the basic amenities or the basic requirements available with them. This shows that even though our GNP has been increasing over the period of time, the welfare of the people has not increased. So if you see, when your GNP increases, it should also lead to equitable distribution of income. It should also lead to ecological balance. It should also reduce regional disparities. So these things become important when we are talking about GNP and welfare. Now we come to the second term, which is very important, and you should understand it in today's date. This is a very, very relevant term. This is called as externalities. Okay, what is externalities? It is the benefit or loss which is faced by the third party. That means the people of India, when they have no contribution in the production process. Means they are not doing anything, but some benefit is coming to them, or there is some kind of loss which is happening to them. So the third party here can be the people who are not involved in any manner in the contribution towards getting a certain thing. Now the externalities are divided into positive externalities and negative externalities. What is positive externalities? It means the benefits which the third party gets without contributing to the production process. For example, if the government has put a bench or has made a playground or a park which anybody can use. So here there is no fees for entry. So any person from the poorest to the richest can easily enter it and use the park. So what is this? This is a positive externality, because here the person who is using the park or the playground is not paying anything for it, or the bench. Okay, if there is on the road, you find some benches which the government has put. The government has put dustbins. So here these are just benefits which are coming to any third party. So this is taken as positive externalities. What are negative externalities? Opposite of this, the loss which is faced by the third party without doing anything. The best example in today's time is COVID. You are not contributing anything. You are just catching the disease and it is coming to you. Similarly, if there's a factory, you are not working in that factory, but because the factory is dumping all their waste in the river, you are getting a certain disease. So this is a negative externalities. Your contribution is zero over here, but you are catching a disease because some industry has dumped something into the water, and because of that you have fallen ill. So these two concepts become very important when we talk about a economy. The last thing I talk about is a green GNP. As I told you, what is the meaning of green? Green always indicates that we are talking about the environment or we are talking about ecological balance. So green GNP basically means GNP at market price. I'll come to this market price term later, but for now just remember gross national product at market price minus net loss to natural assets, means how much have you lost in terms of natural resources, how much have you lost in terms of ecological balance. For example, the industry has created a lot of pollution, has dumped a lot of waste into the water, is leading to a lot of illnesses. So what is the loss of national asset? So much wood has been cut, so many forests have been destroyed, so this will be the net loss to the national asset. So if you subtract this from GNP at market price, then you will get something which is called as green GNP. In today's date, green GNP becomes very, very relevant and very, very important, because as I said that GNP does not just mean increase in income, it also should lead to welfare, it also should reduce inequalities of income, and it should also lead to ecological balance. So if you see this, these are very important relevant concepts which we are hearing about every day on the television, and these are things which we should really try to understand. Okay, I hope this was clear. Thank you.